mother didn't insist anymore. But when she took my hand and walked outside, she still looked at my sister reluctantly. Suki, I promise to come back to see you often. My body trembled slightly. My mother didn't say that to me in my previous life. At that time, she just pulled my sister and left without looking back. I, who was only 8 years old, was suddenly left there. Watching them leave, I was at a loss and flustered, so I almost immediately chased after them. But in the end, I could only watch helplessly as they got into the car and drove further and further away. No matter how hard I chased, I couldn't catch up. An indescribable bitterness welled up in my heart. I couldn't help but look back at my sister. There was an uncontrollable look of joy and excitement on her face. It was as if she had already foreseen the dark and miserable future that awaited me. My mother kept telling me how to behave in the Linkletter family all the way. In general, they could be summed up as, be cautious in words and deeds and act humbly. I could also feel that the closer we got to the Linkletter residence, the more nervous and uneasy my mother became. When the driver parked the car in the garage and we got out, she even grabbed my arm and emphasized, Chelsea, you mustn't cause any trouble for me in the Linkletter family. Trouble? I didn't know if my mother had said this to my sister in my previous life, but looking at the seriousness and earnestness in my mother's eyes, I suddenly felt sorry for her. When my father was alive, although we weren't rich, our life was simple and happy. No matter how busy my father was, he would always remember to bring gifts for my mother and us when he came back. My mother would always pretend to be annoyed, but her eyes shone with relaxation. But with Paul Linkletter, she always looked anxious and cautious. Mom, are you happy with Paul? After living 2 lifetimes, I finally asked the question that I had always wanted to ask. I saw my mother's expression flicker for a moment. She seemed surprised that a child like me would ask such a question. A look of uneasiness flashed across her face, but it was quickly replaced by anger. What do you know about happiness? As long as you behave well in the family and please Paul and Chapman, you'll live a good life in the